What it do, man? Capital P, hip hop entertainment and media, music and movie media. All right, man. Salute to everybody. How you guys doing, man? Yo, I want to talk about hip hop artists, okay? Especially for this generation. When you think of somebody like, let's say Kendrick Lamar, right? You got him. You got J. Cole. You got all these guys that people like to say is the greatest of this era. All right. So I got to thinking, is Kendrick Lamar not only the greatest MC of his era, but maybe is he a top five greatest of all time? Would you pick Kendrick Lamar on that list? Now, he's very unique. He's very diverse, a smart rapper, and he will be under the category of a conscious rapper. Okay? He'd be under that category, you know? He's not the type of artist that you listen to if you want Bloods and Crips, gangster related style hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He's not on that level. But what he is thought provoking lyrics, creativity, and he's a great lyricist. Okay? He has different flows he could switch up. You know, he's not overrated by any stretch. You know, unlike, let's say, Eminem, because I think Eminem is overrated. Now, there's like a list of artists that I think is overrated. Eminem is one of them. Even though I don't like what happened with him and Stoop, I thought Stoop was completely in the wrong. You know, I thought Stoop was fake for that. Only a guy who doesn't like someone would do stuff like that, but then pretend to be their friend and smile in their face. But the minute they turn their back, they do some backstabbing shit. That's corny. Okay? So that alone is something I don't really like. You know what I'm saying? But as far for Kendrick Lamar, is he really that dude? Is he really that guy that you could say is a top five or probably the GOAT? You know? He's a top five hip hop artist for me. I go by generations, and Kendrick Lamar is in my top five for greatest rappers of all time. Okay, Nas is number one. Tupac is number two. Kendrick Lamar is in that top five. You know, he's somewhere between, 3 to 5, and they fluctuate. You know, there's a lot of hip hop artists that I like that most people won't put in their top five. Like Prodigy from Mobb Deep is one of my top 5 artists of all time. Artists that I like. Raekwon and Ghostface. Top 5, but most people won't put them in there. You know, I like Mobb Deep and the Wu. You know, growing up, those was like two of my favorite groups that I love listening to. You know, so there was no denying their talent from a hip hop perspective. But you know, Nas is by far the greatest rapper I have ever heard. But Kendrick Lamar, man, he's something different. I never seen a rapper like that before. He has unique flows, and he has good content. He has a catalog of good music, you know, and he consistently pushes the bar to another level. You know, the song that he made, Control, you know, talking about being the king of New York and all that stuff, that fired up a lot of people, you know. And there's not too many guys that's on the same level with Kendrick, you know, even though they try to compete. You got a lot of overrated rappers out now. Drake is highly overrated. Never been a Drake fan, you know. I don't like his flow. I don't like his delivery. I don't even like the way he speaks when he raps. You know, it sounds like he's just talking to you. And I don't get a sense of a guy rapping. You know, he sounds like a robot to a certain extent. But Kendrick Lamar may be that dude, man. He may be a top 5 all-time great. Is he a top 5 all-time great to you? Is he somebody that you look at and be like, hey, he got it, man. He's one of my favorite hip-hop artists of all time. You know, he's one of those dudes that I'm going to put in my, you know, top 5. Good Kid, Mad City. If you bought that album, I think it came out about 2012. You know, takes me back a couple years. I was much younger, around 2012, and you know, I remember all those songs that he made. You know, he made the, you know, swimming pools. You know, Money Trees, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. No, these are all his oldest songs, and he's like from 2012. But when I heard him, a lot of people, I got grasp of him when somebody said, "Hey man, you like Nas? You should listen to Kendrick Lamar. He's like that new dude." And I didn't know who he was because I don't really listen to new rappers. I listen to a lot of old rappers from my era, which is the 90s. So when I heard him, I said, "Man, this takes me back a little bit. I like his creativity." And the first album I heard from him, Good Kid, Mad City, and I said, "You know what? That's it. He got a classic. He had an instant classic. The album is a classic." You know, from there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he came out with the How to Pimp a Butterfly. That was that his second album? No, I wasn't too fond of How to Pimp a Butterfly album wise. You know, but the third album, Damn, I liked it a lot too. You know, I thought that was good. He had the song Love on there. You know, I Want to Be With You. He came out with that one. Then he came out with the Take Me Out My Element. You know, all them good songs, man. Loyalty in My DNA. Yeah, he was killing that. That damn album was pretty damn good. Like I was saying, you know. What else was one of my favorite tracks off that album, man? There's a lot, you know. I think it's called Cutsworth, something like that. That's a good song off the album. You know, so you get a chance to check that album out. If you're still new to him, listen to that album. Maybe you might like that album. You may be like, hey, that's the album to get, you know what I'm saying? Or listen to. It's not that old. I think it came out like 2018, if I'm not mistaken, 2018 or 2019. But it's a good album. Hold on for a sec. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's something you should listen to. If you like hip hop, you should definitely listen to some Kendrick Lamar. You know, he has the flow, he has the delivery, and he got the clout to back it up. He got the albums to back it up. So you should definitely listen to that, and you know, and rock with that. So he also came out with the Black Panther soundtrack. You know, good music with that. Remember the damn, The King Is Dead. You know, he had Future on it. I would never forget that Future verse that he made. Like, yeah. To this day, that song still makes me laugh. And that Future verse is by far the most funniest verse I ever heard from somebody say. It's straight comedy and it was fun. You know, he got All the Stars with Caesar. You know, she's an artist that made a lot of good songs with Kendrick Lamar. They had a good combination when they made good songs. You know, he made some songs. He was like a kung fu expert, you know, like a kung fu master. And she was like, you know, a kung fu master too, or like a protege. He was teaching her kung fu in a music video. Forgot the name of the song, but it was a good song and a good video. So he got a lot of good hits, man. He got a lot of good albums and a lot of good hits. You know, check the dude out. Give it a good listen, and then come back to me and tell me, hey, if you think this guy was that dude, you know, or he's one of the top 5 best artists of this generation. You know, what else about to say? Yeah, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe. This is basically a new channel. Not too many people heard about it. It's a very low-key underground channel. I use it just for hip-hop videos. I make a lot of rap videos on it. And that's what this is. It's all about hip-hop videos. You know, a lot of people that subscribe to the channel, some of them are people from the sports channel. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of turned it into hip hop. But you can always go to Prince Sports if you want to look at sport videos. So that's where they're at. This is more for hip hop. You know, yeah, man. So tell me in the comment section if you think Kendrick Lamar is a top 5 all-time great. I'm curious to know what you think. I'm out. Peace. What you doing?
Nothing.
Oh. Was that Facebook? Peace.